Echoes of the Hidden Empire. Ah Ming is a young man with a sharp mind and strong ambition. He stands out in his countryside village. While others work the fields, he reads borrowed scrolls by lantern light in the evenings. His plain robes and messy hair hide his intelligence and vision for a better future. As he herds sheep along a rocky path at sunset, his thoughts go beyond the hills. He sees a group of thugs bothering a frail young man in tattered fine robes in the village square. This sight strengthens his resolve. Ah Ming narrows his eyes as he walks down the hill, holding his shepherd's staff tightly. "Leave him alone," he calls out, sounding calm but strong. The thugs laugh, but Ah Ming stays steady. He makes a quick joke about their lack of brains, which distracts them and gets them to chase his sheep instead. As the sheep run away, he helps the boy up and notices the tears in his silk clothes. The young man hesitates but then explains that he is a prince taken as part of a political deal. He thanks Ah Ming, his voice shaking with gratitude. Ah Ming responds with a wry smile and says, "I don't care who you are. If you want to change this kingdom, don't just stand there waiting for someone to rescue you." The prince leaves the next morning with a caravan going to the capital. Ah Ming watches from a hill, the morning light shining in his dark eyes. He feels a strong urge he cannot ignore. He gathers his few belongings into a cloth bundle and sets off after the prince, leaving the familiar fields behind. As he travels, Ah Ming's quick thinking and practical skills help him make friends. At a dusty roadside stall, he convinces the prince to share their food with a hungry swordsman named Zhong. Zhong is an old man whose worn face shows he has gained much knowledge over the years, and he has a spirited teenage daughter with him. They sit together under the stars, sharing stories of their struggles and hopes. Around the campfire, Zhong, the swordsman, shares his story. He talks about the pain and loss that have shaped his life. His words show both sadness and strength. The old man, calm and wise, offers deep insights. His steady presence helps everyone feel secure during their journey. Together, their stories create a bond of understanding and support among the group. The group arrives in the capital city, which is tense after a failed coup by the king's younger son. The streets are filled with rumors of unrest. Guards patrol in larger numbers, and the once busy markets now feel quiet, reflecting the kingdom's unease. The sick king, tired from many years of ruling and struggling with his health, steps down from the throne. In a serious ceremony, the young prince becomes king. He looks both determined and unsure as he takes on the kingdom's many problems and the heavy responsibility for its future. Ah Ming is the king's trusted assistant, using his sharp mind to solve the kingdom's problems. Zhong is the king's guard, always ready to protect him. An older man guides the young ruler, giving advice during difficult times. His daughter works as a palace aide, using her hard work and cleverness to improve the court's operations. Together, they form a close team, each playing an important role in renewing the kingdom. The young king discovers that the treasury is empty and shares this troubling news with his trusted advisors during a late-night council meeting. He expresses his worries about the kingdom's future. Ah Ming offers creative ideas to address the problem, while Zhong suggests improving security. The wise old man shares lessons from history. Although the atmosphere is tense, their united determination sparks a search for solutions to save the kingdom from disaster. The old man, a survivor of the fallen dynasty and a mentor to both Ah Ming and the king, shows a carefully preserved map during a tense council meeting. He speaks steadily, sharing the legend of a lost treasure buried in a forgotten desert city. He tells about his dangerous journey through the dragon tunnel and the tricky puzzle wall that protects the treasure. The room goes quiet as everyone considers his revelation. Hope shines in their eyes, a chance to restore the kingdom's fortune and secure its future. Ah Ming and Zhong have an old man's map, a glowing pearl that shows hidden paths, and a strange dragon-shaped key. They start a dangerous journey to save their crumbling empire. They are determined as they travel through hot deserts, dangerous landscapes, and ancient ruins. They hope to find a legendary treasure that can restore their kingdom's glory. The duo travels through a harsh desert, where the hot sun beats down on them and sand stretches endlessly to the horizon. The heat creates waves in the air, making it hard to tell what is real. They feel exhausted, but Ah Ming's determination and Zhong's strength keep pushing them forward, step by step, toward their difficult goal. After several days in the harsh desert, Ah Ming and Zhong find the entrance to a legendary lost city. The large stone gates are partly buried in the sand. They are decorated with intricate carvings of dragons and old symbols that show the city's ancient history. Ah Ming takes a deep breath and holds a strange key that is shaped like a dragon and glows faintly. He inserts the key into the lock and turns it. The ground shakes, and the heavy stone door creaks open, revealing a dark passage that leads into the hidden depths of the city. As they enter the dark maze, a glowing pearl lights up their surroundings with a soft glow. The carvings on the walls and floor show ancient warnings and hidden traps, like spikes, pressure plates, and pits. Shadows move ominously, but the pearl's light helps Ah Ming and Zhong find their way through the maze. With each careful step, they become more alert, and their determination grows stronger as they face the dangerous challenges ahead. As they go deeper into the maze, Ah Ming and Zhong find a room filled with skeletal guardians, old bones in rusted armor, holding rotten weapons. The air is still and quiet, except for the faint sound of bones moving. They move carefully and hold their breath, trying to control their fear. Each creak of the floor could wake the guardians, and the tension builds as they slowly pass the watchful guardians, feeling their nerves on edge. The duo stands before a dangerous wooden bridge hanging over a bubbling volcano. Below, molten lava glows ominously in red, flickering on the rocky walls. The bridge shakes with each gust of hot wind, and the ropes creak under pressure. As the planks crack and shift beneath their feet, Ah Ming looks closely at the unstable bridge and realizes that they must walk along the edges, where the ropes offer some support. With their hearts racing and breaths held, they grip the ropes tightly and slowly move along the sides of the bridge, determined to make it across safely. In a large chamber, a duo faces a fierce dragon. Its scales shine like molten metal, and its eyes burn with anger. Zhong draws his sword and charges, but his strikes bounce off the dragon's tough hide. The dragon roars, shaking the ground, and its fiery breath warns of danger. Amid the chaos, Ah Ming sees the dragon's dry, cracked lips and the parched walls of the chamber. Understanding the dragon's need for water, he carefully takes out a flask and steps forward. The dragon snarls but stops as Ah Ming pours the water into a stone basin. The dragon drinks deeply, its anger fading to a calm stare. By gaining its trust, they secure a powerful ally or at least a safe way to continue their quest. As the dragon finishes drinking, its large form starts to shimmer, and its scales turn into streams of light. To their astonishment, the creature transforms into a young man with striking features, his eyes still glow faintly, showing traces of his dragon nature. He steps forward, moving smoothly, showing both human and magical qualities. "I am grateful to you," he says, his voice deep with ancient wisdom. "For centuries, I have protected this place, but your kindness has freed me from my curse. I promise to guide you through the dangers ahead." With the dragon-turned man as their ally, Ah Ming and Zhong feel hopeful as they get ready to face the challenges that await them. At the edge of a cliff, a stone table blocks the path. The table's surface has a chessboard carved on it that glows softly with a mystical light. The wind howls, stirring dust and loose stones, while the dark abyss extends below. Two figures approach carefully. One studies the glowing board, and the other stands guard. Tension fills the air as they face the puzzle that blocks their way. Ah Ming sat at a decorative chess table on the edge of a steep cliff. He felt frustrated as he kept losing the game. The glowing chessboard flickered, challenging him. After a moment, he looked under the table and found a hidden button that glowed faintly. He pressed the button, and the ground shook. A magical stone bridge began to rise from the mist below, its glowing arches reaching toward the distant cliffs. Ah Ming stood up, feeling determined. He was ready to cross the bridge and continue his journey. The chessboard glows brighter as time passes, and its pieces turn into streams of light. The board then changes shape to reveal a glowing yin and yang relic in the center. Ah Ming moves closer, focusing on the shining artifact. He carefully picks it up and feels its smooth surface, which gives off a warm golden light. As he holds the relic, the energy around him grows stronger. A magical stone bridge starts to appear, stretching across the abyss and inviting him to continue his journey. The heavy stone door creaks open, revealing a large treasure room filled with a golden glow. Tall piles of gold coins shine under the light of a big crystal chandelier hanging from the domed ceiling. Jewels of every color spill from decorative chests, while the chamber walls are lined with ancient artifacts, including carved statues, gilded weapons, and wax-sealed scrolls. Ah Ming and his friends step forward, their footsteps echoing on the polished stone floor. They look on in awe as they realize the vastness of the treasure, a dazzling sight that offers hope for the kingdom. In a dimly lit cavern, Ah Ming focuses on an old stone wall covered in faded carvings of swirling patterns. In the center of the wall is a circular hole that perfectly fits the yin and yang relic glowing softly in his hands. Taking a deep breath, he steps closer, and the relic pulses as if responding to the wall. A faint hum of energy fills the air as Ah Ming carefully aligns the relic with the hole. The chamber fills with an otherworldly light, signaling that an ancient mystery is being unlocked. Ah Ming places the glowing yin and yang relic into the round hole. The stone wall shakes and shines with golden light. Slowly, the wall opens up, revealing a magical portal. On the other side, the king's grand hallway appears, with its tall pillars and red banners glowing softly. Inside, the king and his ministers are deep in conversation. They look up in surprise as Ah Ming steps through, connecting the magical and the royal in one moment. The grand doors to the throne room opened, and soldiers walked in with chest after chest filled with gold coins, sparkling jewels, and ancient artifacts. The glow of the treasure lit up the hall, shining off the marble floors and gilded pillars. The ministers stood frozen in shock, their eyes wide with disbelief. Whispers of excitement fill the room, turning into cheers as everyone realizes the kingdom is saved. The king stands up from his throne, showing a mix of relief and gratitude, as the dark future changes into one of hope and renewal. Soldiers in shining armor carry chests filled with gold and jewels through the palace gates. They walk with purpose and pride. Inside the grand banquet hall, the king raises a goblet to honor Ah Ming and Zhong, who sit beside him at the head table. The feast features lavish dishes and plenty of wine. Music and laughter fill the hall as everyone celebrates the kingdom's salvation and the heroes who made it possible. In the grand banquet hall, the king stands in front of everyone and raises a golden goblet to honor his companions. Zhong, the strong swordsman, stands tall with his head bowed in humility. Next to him, the old man smiles faintly, showing his wisdom in his calm manner. The dragon-turned youth, now human but still with a unique sparkle in his eyes, gets nods of admiration from the crowd. The king talks about their bravery and what they have done, giving each hero a medallion with jewels. This medallion shows their important roles in saving the kingdom. The hall fills with applause, and the atmosphere feels grateful and united as their names start to become legends. Under a golden sunrise, the kingdom thrives with renewed energy. Bustling markets brim with traders and citizens, laughter fills the air, and vibrant banners flutter from rooftops. Farmers tend lush fields, their crops abundant, while builders erect grand schools and libraries, paving the way for a brighter future. The kingdom is full of life under the golden sunrise. Markets are busy with traders and citizens, and laughter fills the air. Colorful banners wave from the rooftops. Farmers take care of their lush fields, which are full of crops. Builders are constructing schools and libraries, creating a better future for everyone. At the palace gates, statues of Ah Ming and his friends stand tall in shining stone. The king smiles as he looks over his thriving kingdom from the balcony. In the streets below, children play and reenact the hero's journey. Their happy shouts honor the bravery and cleverness that saved their land. Ah Ming stands alone on the steps of the palace as the sun sets behind him. The warm light creates long shadows. He wears simple adventurer's clothes that rustle in the gentle breeze. He looks out over the busy city below. The city is a mix of lively streets, colorful rooftops, and fields glowing in gold light. Ah Ming's face shows both thoughtfulness and determination. He carries the memories of his journey, but he also feels fulfilled. As the view pulls back, the majestic palace stands tall behind him, and the sounds of the busy city become a quiet hum of possibility. Ah Ming's life and the future of the kingdom have changed forever.